Hi people, in this video I wanted to give you my opinion on what AI is and how it works. By AI, I think I'm referring to LLMs, large language models, which are today's what people today call AI. And these large language models, they look very smart. Their answers look very smart, and for example, when they generate programs, they also look very smart. So the question is, what is behind that? LLMs are neural networks, deep neural networks, which have many layers. And what happens in large language models is that we bring certain text to the input of the neural network, and on the output of the neural network, we have the ability to generate next words or answer to question or something similar. How does the network do it? Initially, at the entrance of the network, each word or part of the word is assigned a binary sequence which is a representation of that word. We can say that it is a representation of meaning of that word. And this representation moves through the layers of the network. And on that path, the network combines meanings of different words in the text with the goal of modifying this meaning or this representation so that it really represents the meaning the word has inside the text. And what is the meaning in terms of LLMs? That is the usage of the word as the network has read basically everything that is available to read that people have written. So this word repeats many times in these training texts, and the network learns the ability to recognize what this word means in the context of other words. So basically, LLMs are generators of text based on all the text they were trained on. And when they give us the answer, they can give the answer only about things that appear in this training set many times. So they can answer us only things about which a lot of articles or texts are written or books are written. If you would ask something very specific that appears in very few places in training set, meaning all the text that exists, LLM would not be able to answer us correctly. It would able to answer to write some text which is very probable, but in that text there would be mistakes. People call them hallucinations. So in order not to have hallucinations, large language model can recognize when the probability of generated text is not very high. It doesn't answer by generating text itself. It answers by first fetching search results from the internet or from internal database. Then it includes these search results in its input text and answers based on that additional information. So basically, it will just read information from some other place and give us that information in slightly modified words, because it does modify words based on certain probabilities, not to be, how to say it, very boring or not very informative. So it has certain probabilities of choosing how to say one thing or another, but whatever it says is either highly probable or it is fetched from some source on internet or internal database. So basically, this is how I understand LLMs work. So they don't have internal wisdom or internal way of abstract thinking about things. It has the ability to reproduce things that it had read many, many, many times so that they are engraved in its memory, or to say things that it fetched as an information in adapt way that is adapted to the answer. Okay, this is just very, very high level of understanding that may be helpful when thinking about what AI can do and what it cannot do. I hope I wasn't too long. Thank you very much for attention.